Tom Hanks, a name that's become synonymous with Hollywood's golden boy. The man who's been celebrated for his relatable charm, genuine humility, and seemingly unblemished career. From Forrest Gump to Saving Private Ryan, he's captured our hearts and has been beloved by audiences for decades. But what if there's a side to Tom Hanks behind this wholesome image that most of us never knew? A side shrouded in mystery, secrecy, and whispers that never quite make it to the mainstream. Yes, Tom Hanks has been at the center of a controversy, a story so rarely spoken about that it almost feels like an underground myth. But today, we're going to dig deeper. We will explore the side of Hanks that isn't part of the headlines, the side of the man that Hollywood never talks about. To start, let's take a step back and look at Hanks's rise to stardom. He began his career 1980s as a comedic actor, appearing in light-hearted films like Splash and Big. His infectious smile and everyman persona made him the poster boy for family-friendly entertainment. But by the 1990s, Hanks had evolved into something far more, an actor who could transcend genres. He began taking on more serious roles, like his Oscar-winning performances in Philadelphia and Forrest Gump. By the turn of the millennium, Hanks wasn't just a star, he was Hollywood royalty. But as Hanks's career flourished, so did the curious attention of certain corners of the internet, where whispers about him began to surface. In 2020, these whispers reached a boiling point when a storm of conspiracy theories started to swirl around Hanks, taking hold of social media and various dark corners of the web. The key to these controversies? A photo that Tom Hanks himself posted on his Instagram account, showing a glove lying in the dirt, with a cryptic caption, "Found on the ground." For most people, it was nothing more than a quirky post, but for some, it was a signal, a coded message hiding a deeper truth. What was Tom Hanks trying to say? Who was this message for? It's no secret that the internet loves to theorize, but this time it seemed like something more sinister was at play. Some claimed that Hanks's post was a breadcrumb in a trail that led to something far more nefarious. To understand this, we must step into the realm of a conspiracy theory that has spread like wildfire, one involving prominent public figures, accusations of secret societies, and dark, underground networks. These theories alleged that Hanks was involved in global corruption and a hidden world of power players who manipulate events from behind the scenes. Now, these kinds of wild claims aren't new. Celebrities have been dragged into them for years, often without a shred of credible evidence. But the strange thing about Hanks is that, unlike most stars, he became a central figure in these theories almost overnight. Why Tom Hanks? What made him, of all people, the target? One theory is that Hanks's squeaky clean image was exactly what drew people in. His persona is so perfect, so unblemished, that it seemed too good to be true. In an era of growing distrust of institutions, where people were beginning to doubt the mainstream narrative, Hanks became a symbol of the elite class, a powerful figure whose kindness and likability made him an ideal target for suspicion. In the midst of all this, an even more bizarre situation unfolded. Rumors started to spread that Tom Hanks had fled the United States. These rumors took hold when Hanks and his wife, Rita Wilson, announced that they had contracted COVID-19 while in Australia. The news was met with sympathy at first, but conspiracy theorists latched onto the timing. Was this a coincidence? Or was Tom Hanks using the pandemic as a cover to escape scrutiny back in the US? As these theories grew, Hanks remained largely silent. Unlike many celebrities who rush to social media to defend themselves or set the record straight, Hanks opted for a more quiet approach. His few statements on the matter were brief and dismissive, simply chalking the rumors up to internet insanity. But to some, his silence only fueled the fire. Why wasn't he doing more to clear his name? Was there something he wasn't telling us? The speculation reached its peak when Hanks was granted Greek citizenship later that year. Once again, social media exploded. Why Greece? Why now? Was Hanks using his new citizenship to escape potential legal trouble in the US, as some theorists claim? The truth, of course, was much simpler. Hanks and his wife had long been involved with Greece, visiting frequently over the years. In fact, Wilson has Greek heritage, and the couple had been granted honorary citizenship in recognition of their help with wildfire relief efforts. But the internet's imagination had already run wild, and no amount of fact-checking could seem to quiet the noise. Then, in a twist of fate, Hanks was linked to yet another controversy, this time involving the Epstein scandal. When Jeffrey Epstein, the infamous financier and convicted sex offender, died under mysterious circumstances in his jail cell, the internet was flooded with names of people allegedly connected to his dark web of associates. Once again, Tom Hanks's name surfaced. The claim that Hanks had flown on Epstein's private jet, often referred to as the Lolita Express, which allegedly ferried Epstein's elite friends to his private island. Now, it's crucial to note that there has been no evidence, none, that ties Tom Hanks to Jeffrey Epstein. But in the world of internet conspiracy, evidence is rarely a roadblock. Hanks, who had always stayed out of scandalous headlines, was suddenly lumped into a sordid story he had no visible connection to. Yet, to this day, his name remains linked in certain online circles to Epstein, a bizarre twist in an already surreal narrative. As if these allegations weren't enough, there's another layer to the controversy that involves the nature of Hanks's public persona itself. Some critics argue that the nice guy image Hanks has cultivated over the years isn't just an act for the cameras, but a carefully constructed facade. They point to his calculated media presence, his involvement in various charitable causes, and his close ties to other Hollywood elites as evidence that Hanks has always been more of a politician than an actor. Indeed, Hanks's reputation has been so spotless for so long that even his fellow actors often refer to him as America's dad. But could this charming, trustworthy figure be hiding something? Could it be that the man who portrayed Mr. Rogers on screen is far more complex than we've been led to believe? Of course, many will dismiss these claims outright, and perhaps rightfully so. After all, without credible evidence, much of what has been said about Tom Hanks amounts to little more than conspiracy theory, a product of the internet's insatiable hunger for drama and intrigue. But still, the question lingers. Why Tom Hanks? What made him a target in the first place? Is it simply the allure of taking down a seemingly perfect figure? Or is there something more at play? Something that we don't yet fully understand? One thing is for sure. Tom Hanks, the man who once seemed untouchable, has found himself caught in a storm of controversy that shows no signs of letting up. And whether these allegations hold any weight, they've already changed the way some people see him. For the first time in his career, Hanks's reputation is under scrutiny. In a world where fame is often fleeting and scandals are a dime a dozen, Tom Hanks has remained an icon for decades, largely untouched by the darker side of Hollywood. But now, as these rumors continue to spread and evolve, it seems that not even Hanks can escape the scrutiny that comes with being a public figure in the digital age. Perhaps, in time, the truth will emerge. Maybe these controversies will fade into oblivion, dismissed as nothing more than wild speculation. Or maybe, just maybe, we'll learn something about Tom Hanks that will forever change the way we view him. Either way, one thing is certain. The Tom Hanks we thought we knew is not the full story. There's more beneath the surface, and as long as these questions remain unanswered, the controversy will continue to simmer. So, is Tom Hanks the man we've always believed him to be? Or is there a hidden side to Hollywood's golden boy that we're only just beginning to see? One thing is for certain. This is the controversy no one talks about. Until now.